Hi guys, how is it going? My name is Tawan, known by most of you guys as Guided by Jesus, and today we're gonna have the very first official Q&A of the channel. You guys have been requesting this for quite a while, and I also have an insane surprise for you guys that you've also been asking for a long time, which is my wife Alessandra's face reveal. She's going to be joining us for today's Q&A. Are you guys ready to finally meet her? Let's get a drum roll going. Here we go, guys. This is my wife.
Hi guys, how's it going? I'm Alessandra, aka the best mod ever, and I'm super excited to be in this Q&A with Guided today.
Alright guys, so Alessandra's going to be asking me the questions that you guys have submitted, and after I answer them, feel free to give your feedback, okay baby? But don't make me look too bad.
I'll try.
Here we go with the first question, guys.
Okay guys, here we go. The first question is from Beckety, and he asks, do your parents support your decision?
At the moment, my parents do support my decision. It wasn't always this way. They didn't want me spending a lot of times with like video games and stuff. They wanted me to study more, etc. But it is my passion, and it took them a while to understand it. And also, they always knew that I was very good at it. They were just always very concerned. They didn't want me to be spending hours and hours in like video games and stuff. They wanted me to have more of a social life, etc. But they do respect my decision now, especially since they see that I'm doing something with it, and that it's very promising. Over the course of the last few months, we've grown the channel so much, and they not only support it, but they actually help me out with tuning in the streams. They don't really chat, but they're always there watching to give me that extra viewer count.
Okay, the next question is also from Beckety. What is your advice for people wanting to be YouTubers?
So the biggest advice I can say for people wanting to be YouTubers is to do your channel based on something that you like. So for me, for example, I'm doing it off of video games, which is something that I love. So you never really get tired of it. And unless you can do YouTube full time off the bat, trust me, it's gonna be hard being able to find time to do it, to put videos out, to do streams. So unless you absolutely love what you're doing, you're always gonna slack. In my case, the only reason I can like do streams every Monday through Saturday or put out videos constantly, it's because it's something that I absolutely love. So that's probably the first and most important advice I'll give.
The next question is from Orange Lime, and he asks, who do you think will win the World Cup?
Oh, good question. Okay, so I am definitely rooting for Brazil. That's the country where I'm from, and they're really good, traditionally speaking, in soccer. And I think they're doing really good right now, especially with the new coach that's there. He actually came from my club, Corinthians, and I think that they have a really good chance at winning. If not Brazil, I'd say probably Germany. Those are probably the two strongest countries in my opinion right now.
So the next question is from Eduardo, and he asks, how did you and Alessandro meet?
My boy Eduardo. Okay, so the church that we belong to actually has different branches throughout all of New Jersey, and I was a part of one branch, she was a part of another, and there was a time where all of the churches got together, like all of the youths got together to go out camping, and we spent a few days like camping, and that's when I first acknowledged Alessandra, and I guess that's the first time she acknowledged me as well. Our very first words were actually inside a Burger King because our bus stopped to for us to get something to eat, and I remember it had those little things that you had to try to get like the correct answer, and if you got it right you would get like a free like french fries or free burger, something like that. And I think I asked her if she knew what the answer was, and she gave me the answer all like certain, like that's it, that's what it is, and I used her advice and it was wrong. But then basically we didn't get to talk much on the camping, but I guess I became attracted to her, she became attracted to me, we ended up adding each other on Facebook, and we just started talking a lot through Messenger, and we became really close friends, to the point where we would talk every single day and night. and that's when it all started.
The funny thing is that I gave him the wrong answer, and he says that I was certain about it, but I wasn't at all. I was just super nervous.
She sounded
So,
certain.
so I just gave him any answer, and I just wanted to get it over with because I didn't want to keep talking to him because of how nervous I was. So yeah. The next question is also from Eduardo, and he asks, "What is your dream car?"
Oh, good question. Okay, so my dream car, I would say, ever since I was really little, is an Aston Martin. And the reason for that, I know it's not the most exceptional car in the world, but I always just love the fact that you don't really see many of them. It's like I see Ferraris and Lamborghinis every here and there. I never see an Aston Martin. So I always wanted to have a cool car, but that at the same time is a bit different than what other people have, you know what I mean?
I don't know anything about cars, but I just like any new car that's shiny.
She
That's
always
all I
says
care
that.
about.
As long as it's shiny.
This next question is from TY Gaming, and he asks, "What would you rather eat, Burger King or McDonald's, and why?"
Oh, TY Gamey, thank you for your question. That's actually a very easy question. I've always preferred Burger King over McDonald's. I remember it was also a personal preference of my dad, and my mom and my brother would always prefer McDonald's. So there would always be that little like argument of like, let's go to McDonald's, and my brother and my mom, and me and my dad, no, let's go to Burger King, it's much better. And not to mention that my first words with Alessandro were inside of Burger King, so I can't forget that. So I choose Burger King for sure.
Yeah, me
You
too.
too?
The next question is from Astros, and he asks, "What day do you move to America from Brazil?"
I moved to America from Brazil on July 27th of the year 2000. I remember I was 8 years old and I was in third grade in Brazil. I had only done half of third grade, and when I came to the US, they already moved me on to fourth grade. Because in Brazil, guys, school actually starts in the beginning of the year, whereas here, the school year starts in September. So I was only able to do half of my third grade in Brazil, and when I got here, they actually moved me forward to fourth grade, and that's part of why I was always like the youngest of my class.
This next question is from the Rack Team, and she asks, "When did you know that you wanted to be a YouTuber?"
Oh, great question, the rag team. So I never really had an aspiration for being a YouTuber. I think I always found it cool, but I think what drove me to being a YouTuber is my wife motivated me when she saw that I was really good at video games. She motivated me to do something with it. And then I started, thinking, like, what can I do with that? And after actually starting the YouTube channel and seeing the great feedback from all of the viewers, I guess those amazing feedbacks also motivated me. So, two things: my wife and the viewers being so amazing. And until the day of today, you guys are just absolutely amazing. I only have my wife to thank and you guys, so thank you very much.
This next question is also from the Rack Team, and she asks, "Are you going to make merch?"
Oh yes, I would love to make merch. We'll definitely make merch. We just have to grow the channel a bit more. Let's see. Maybe you guys can let us know in the comment section if you guys are looking forward for merch and what are some of the things you guys would like to see as merch. All right, but we do intend on making merch. I've already spoken that to Alessandra. We've already been trying to get some ideas because when the time comes, we actually want to be prepared for it as well.
I know Ergo wants merch. He said that he wants a bandana.
A bandana?
Yes.
Okay, we can have a bandana for Ergo.
Okay. This next question is from Pierce, aka Pi, and he asks, "Are we gonna have kids?"
Ooh, thank you for your question, Pierce. We are still, in talks about that. When I was younger, I would always say I'm gonna have kids early on because I want to be able to, play with my kids a lot. I don't want to be old. But after we got married, guys, I don't know. I love my wife so much, and and we have such a great time together. We want to be able to, enjoy that. We want to be able to travel the world and everything. So we know for a fact that we don't want kids within the next 5 years. But then I guess in the, throughout these 5 years, we're gonna keep talking, right, baby, and
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, let's see in the future. I'm not sure yet. I want to be able to enjoy, life with my husband, so let's see. This next question is from Manuel Mireles, and he asks, "Do you speak Portuguese or any other Latin language?"
I do. Being Brazilian, I left Brazil at the age of 8, so I was like alphabetized and everything. And inside my house, even though we were living in the US, for most of the time I can remember, we would still mostly speak Portuguese. So I am very fluent in Portuguese, and I also always try to learn Spanish. It's very similar. And now I'm married to a Peruvian. So I end up practicing my Spanish mostly with her family though. At home, we mostly speak English, and it's funny because now she's starting to pick up on Portuguese a lot. But I hardly ever speak Spanish with my wife, but with her family, I always speak Spanish.
He's very fluent in Spanish. Very good.
If so, she says. I think I'm okay. I can get by, but sometimes I get mixed up in certain words and stuff. But I guess.
The following question is from Lanie, and he asks, "When do you think Fortnite's full release will come?"
My boy Lanie, full release of Fortnite. I've actually not been keeping up too much with news on that. But since they've been announcing it for such a long time and also mentioning that Save the World is going to be free soon, I think that Save the World will be free more or less around the same time that, Fortnite full release will come out. So I would definitely say by September at most. That would be my guess. But like I said, I haven't been keeping up much with the info and the news on that. So I think it's close. I think, especially with the game's success and them wanting to go forward with esports and stuff, I don't think it's going to take much longer than 3 to 4 months.
The next question is from Fireball, and he asks, "Cats or dogs?"
Oh, that's an easy one. Thank you for your question, Fireball. Definitely dogs for me.
For me too. Dogs.
There you go.
I like cats. I think cats are cute, but I'm scared of them for some reason. I think they're very unpredictable, so
I think that when they're very, very young, they're cute. I don't really like older cats. I think they're a little creepy. But I definitely
that's
wouldn't be
so
messing
mean.
around with them. But that's just me, guys. I guess maybe if I was around a cat for a while, maybe I'd get used to it and learn to like them, I guess. Not that I have ever had a bad experience with one, but in general, I think I would prefer a dog. I've always had the dream of having a husky.
The next question is from Aiden, and let me just clear something up with you. The only reason you beat me on points it's because I wasn't commenting, but I probably watch more than you, okay?
Oh, snap. Rivalry. Rivalry.
So his question is, when do you start streaming and do you think it was going to succeed?
I believe I started streaming about 4 months ago, so probably around February of 2018. I had done a few streams the previous year on Battlefield, but they were very sporadic. So I guess I would consider only these past 4 months, and I always thought I would succeed. Not gonna lie, just because I know the commitment that I have with this and with content creating. And I also do think, I am a very good player. So, I mean, the stats at least show that I've always been on the top, like, 0.01% of players, no matter what game I've ever played. And just comparing the content with other YouTubers, I think that it's safe to say, I don't like to exalt myself or anything, but I think it's safe to say that if I'm not, matching their quality, I'm exceeding some of their quality. I know I have a lot to learn, and I try to improve every single day. And definitely to be a very, very big YouTuber, I still have a lot to learn. but I am committed and I am looking forward to doing so. So I do believe that I will succeed.
The next question is from Bad160101. And he asks, is your channel going to be based around Fortnite or will you change it up?
Okay, so for the moment, it will be based on Fortnite. I've always, played games and different games, a huge variety of games, sports, shooting, etc. Like a lot of different games. But I think that as a smaller YouTuber, someone that's still growing, I think it's crucial for me to stick to one game. And Fortnite being the most popular game at the moment, and I think it only has potential to grow even more. I will stick to Fortnite. Um, in the future, hopefully, if I'm able to do, YouTube full time, maybe I can go ahead and incorporate other games as well, which I would personally love to. All right, guys, I think that's gonna do it for today's Q&A. I want to thank each and every one of you for submitting these questions. Feel free to start thinking about new questions you would like for us to answer, because maybe we can have these every here and there. So look out for a future Q&A, guys. Thank you all so much for the support in the channel. You guys have been absolutely amazing, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the face review.
I have absolutely no idea how I got the courage to do this video. Like I've told you guys before, I'm a bit shy, but I'm happy I did it. And I also want to thank you all for all of the support that you guys have been giving the channel, to my husband. I'm really, really grateful. It means a lot to us. And we love you guys. And I really hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to leave a like if you did. It really does help out the channel. Share your comments down below. I do my very best to read and answer every single one of them. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications to not miss a single upload.